Matt and Simon on a beautiful Saturday morning.
It's a bracing Saturday morning. I'm slightly cold.
We're here at Hawley Railway Station. We're here with Howard Stevens. He's part of the Hawley History Forum. They've recently published a book on Hawley, the Book of Hawley.
Hello, yeah.
The question remains, Marvel, why are we here?
Well, Simon, there used to be a railway line that went off in that direction towards Laxfield from here. There's no visible sign of the line now, and our task today, I think, is to try and find some evidence of that railway line.
Destination the past.
Destination Laxfield.
And the past.
The station is actually Old Newton. We are in the parish of Old Newton, just up there, but because it was always been Hawley Station round the corner, the locals soon called it Hawley and then Hawley Junction. And it was a very busy little spot. Mail from the Midlands met up with the mails from Norwich and then on to Harwich for the night train or the night boat to the continent.
So this building here to my right
This is simply the end of a much larger station. I've got pictures of it, and it was a major station like Stowmarket, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then the Middy, the Mid-Suffolk platform, just slightly across to the north.
And we're now walking towards what possibly is all that remains of the Middy station. To my right, there's the grain silo, which is linked to the railway. Obviously, that the trains were taking the grain here and there. But we're now approaching what would have been the platform, I think, running along the grassland, running adjacent to the main railway line.
It's hard to believe there was ever a station here, but yes, the platform ran from where we're standing now, right alongside the existing track, and then the Middy line came in down the track that you can now just see ahead of you, and that was actually where the Middy line came in, and where there's that pile of junk and the little lone tree, that was the station building. And it looked like a fantastic brick building, but it was rather like one of those Hornby tin plate things. It was all made out of tin and then painted to make it look like brick.
I really love this idea. So they've got this kind of toy building that looks fantastic from a distance, and when you get close, it's like dang, 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 dang. That's not really brick, is it? Just up here, you've got the big boys with their station. Yeah. And it said I'm reminded of Oh Dr. Beeching, a classic sitcom from way back when, of all these crazy people, which is brilliant, and it's quite poignant, I suppose. You just got the lone tree. If it was a weeping willow, that would be great, but it's not. A lone tree next to a load of sort of rubbish is all that remains of the. It's very poignant, actually. I'm feeling quite moved.
As it bends round to the right, it's actually quite a steep climb for a railway. It's 1 in 43 gradient. If the engine brakes failed, it would be straight out onto the main line. And in fact, there were incidents of trains actually going straight through the level crossing on an ammunition train. There are people in the village who will tell you of an ammunition train coming down from Mendlesham that went through the level crossing and shells rolling down the road.
But it's one of the reasons the line was never completed to Southwold, isn't it? It's just the land becomes more rolling, and
yes, much more difficult.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, railways don't go up hills. You know, there was a lot of engineering work to do.
Yeah.
And the original firm, Jays and Gooden, they said no. You know, I mean, if you haven't got any more money, we can't go through this lot.
Simon, look at me.
Yeah, what I see is a man in a leather jacket and a pair of sunglasses who looks remarkably like Bono, the lead singer of U2.
And guess what?
You're Bono, the lead singer of U2?
No, we're standing on Aspel Station. This is the platform.
Now, as far as I'm concerned,
yes,
where we are, we're off a road. It's a concrete space. There's the acrid smell of manure in the air, which would be explained by the large pile of manure that's behind you. To my right, there are fields stretching off as far as the eye can see. We're surrounded by bales of hay. This doesn't look an awful lot like a railway station. When did Aspel railway station stop being a railway station and just become a wall in the middle of nowhere?
1952.
Oh, right. And you would have absolutely no idea that there used to be a railway line here at all. It's completely covered by grassland and trees. And yet, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
I've always been a railway enthusiast all my life, but I met a girl who lived at Stradbroke back in 1959, and I was surprised to learn there was a railway going through there. So got a little bit interested in it, but didn't take a lot of notice there because I was obviously a young man and got other things to do than play trains. But anyway, years passed by, and I thought that nothing would ever happen about the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway, that would be gone forever. As Suffolk hadn't got a railway museum, most other counties have, but Suffolk never had one, it would be nice if we could have a little museum somewhere, possibly on the line. I was thinking quite small to start with. Started talking about it for quite a number of months, and eventually we found this site here in the village of Wetheringset, oddly called Brockford Station.
This story continues along the line, doesn't it? The stations are nowhere near kind of their named location.
So that is so, yes. I mean, it's often the case in many railway stations all over the country, but certainly it's a bit true here, yes.
I just heard some knocking going on. Is there some work going on,
yes,
restoration work?
We've got an enthusiast here working on a carriage. And this, ultimately, we hope, will be running on the line in probably a year or two's time. As you can see, it's a lot of work to be done.
How old is this carriage?
I would say this is probably like 1880s or something in that order. Do you know, John, the exact date of this carriage?
1875.
Oh, 1875, even earlier than I said. Yes.
And how long do you think it will take you to restore it?
We hope to have it finished and running by our centenary in September.
Right.
Hopefully.
A lot of work.
Yes, a lot of work, yes.
Okay, we're in Stradbroke, and I've made Simon blindfold himself.
Can't see a thing. I've used my scarf to blindfold me. I have grave misgivings about this. I think I look stupid and or seedy.
And I'm about to do a grand reveal to show him something that I think is quite exciting. Okay, there we are. Okay, can you remove the blindfold?
What? It's an old tin shack. Why is that a reveal?
That's part of the station. That used to be Stradbroke Station.
Right, we're in the entranceway to a trucking limited trucking company.
Which is ironic because the trucks, of course, kind of took the business off the railways in the end. And now what should be on the site of Stradbroke Railway Station, but a trucking business.
It's just a corrugated metal two-storey building. The windows are broken, the window frames are rusted, the doors rusted, and that's all that remains of Stradbroke Station. It's actually far better than we've had so far.
Yeah. Let's go on and try and find somewhere else. Let's move on to Laxfield.
Okay, I'm not going to be blindfolded for this next bit, am I?
No, we'll call it quits with the blindfold now.
Thanks very much.
So here we are. This is Laxfield. The end of the line. It's two platforms, either side of where the track would have gone. I am standing in what I presume would have been a building. But this is great. Just over here, there's a tree that's growing through the tarmac. Actually, it's kind of, you can see all the tarmac that's crumpled up.
For a railway where you can't actually see a great deal of physical evidence, we've done quite well. We've been on about 4 different platforms. We've seen one relatively intact building, but not much else. It is quite sad, and I'm feeling poignant about the passing of time and about how it smooths over everything.
You do get an echo of the past. You can imagine the hustle and bustle. You can imagine waiting for the train. But now it's just part of a farmer's field, and we just met the farmer.
Very nice chap who gave us permission to record on his land. I'm going to jump down onto the track now. This is a little bit of action here. Much higher than you think.
It actually is.
It is. That was quite a jump. I'm quite impressed. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask a few of the people in Laxfield if there still was a railway service from here into Hawley, or whether they'd actually use it.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Yeah?
Yes, it would be great fun too.
Because we have to go all the way to Diss to get anywhere at the moment, don't we? So.
We do. And we're all green nowadays, aren't we?
If it was here now, would you use the railway?
Yeah, I'd have thought so, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yes, probably, yeah.
So we just sit down on this wall over here, Sam, on the platform, and just wait?
Well, I suspect we'll be waiting an awfully long time for anything to come our way.
You never know, though.
You never know.